A lot of survivors glow up once they leave the narcissist and go no contact for good. It's as if a corpse is brought back to life. They are regenerated, replenished, and revived. But why does it happen? The primary reason is the garbage takes itself out and the survivor is no more carrying tons of burden on their shoulders. They have been freed. But there is more to understanding why this sudden glow up happens, which is what we are going to do in today's episode. Hi, I am Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. In today's episode, we are going to talk about 5 reasons why you, as a survivor of narcissistic abuse, glow up once you leave them. If that sounds interesting and you're eager to learn more, please make sure to subscribe, because as I always say, your subscription may help in spreading awareness about narcissistic abuse. Before getting started with number 1, I have an important announcement for you. This is perhaps the last one about the event that I am doing on how to break a trauma bond with a narcissist in 5 practical steps. This event is happening on March 2nd and March 9th, and I only do it twice a year. So book your spot now. The booking is available only for next 24 hours. Click the I button above or the link in the description of this episode. Number 1, sleep deprivation, a narcissist's favorite technique. Why, you may ask? Because if you do not rest and sleep properly, naturally and obviously you will be tired. If you are tired all the time, you won't fight back. If you won't fight back, then you will easily give in, which means the narcissist will be able to establish and maintain control in almost all situations possible. They want to make it easier for themselves, so they take away your sleep. And if this pattern continues for years, of course, it takes a toll on your body. You already know how important sleep is. When you sleep deeply, your body heals itself, repairs all the damages, regenerates and replenishes its resources, which is why after a good night of sleep, you wake up feeling refreshed. But that never happens when you are with a narcissist. So the moment you leave them, you may struggle with insomnia for a while, but then when you start sleeping better, you start looking better. You start expressing yourself better. You're more energetic, more motivated to live life, and other people around you feel that. They can notice a big shift on your face, the muscular coordination around your facial muscles and in your entire body that also changes, because when you are with a narcissist, your muscles are tense and tight all the time, but now you start relaxing them. Reason number 2, when you leave the narcissist, you are not in a constant survival state, but when you are with them, you are hyper-activated or hyper-aroused or sometimes hyper-aroused, which simply means you are either fighting or running away from the situation, which is called flight, and flight sometimes can also manifest itself as avoidance, or you are frozen, which looks like a state of chronic depression, and or you may be fawning, which is pleasing the narcissist to keep them satiated so that they do not attack you. This kind of functioning is not normal. If you fight, freeze, flight or fawn occasionally, it's fine, but the homeostasis should be then restored. Your parasympathetic nervous system should come back online, which does not happen in a narcissistic relationship. Prolonged exposure to chronic stress and activation of your survival system age your body by a lot of years. It's widely known, and research has proven that stress is one of the primary reasons why we age really early. It tires your body. Think of your scenario like this. Your one foot is on the gas or accelerator and the other foot is on the brake. The car is not moving, nothing is happening, but a lot of energy is being consumed. Imagine what that would do to the engine. Of course, burnt out. It will exhaust the resources, its capability. That is what happens to your body. But the moment you leave the narcissist and your body perceives the safety, it starts healing itself. Consequently, you experience age reversal. A lot of people notice that and they ask you, tell us what is the secret. You looked quite stressed earlier. There were lines all over your face. Your eyes were sunken. There were big dark circles. And now it seems like you're living your life. What's going on? What they do not know is that the biggest source of stress in your life has taken itself out, and there is no one gaslighting you, telling you you are the crazy one and destroying your peace. Reason number 3, trauma-induced facial changes reverse as you leave the narcissist, and there's a marked difference between how you looked when you were with them and how you look post narcissistic abuse. Mind you, it may not happen very quickly. It may take you some time to get to that place, but you will notice the change. Why, you may ask? Because your eyebrows are like this, furrowed all the time. You're tense. That is how we tend to tense up our facial muscles when we are stressed. There was a frown on your face, visible, invisible. It was like always this, unconscious though. These muscles, they're drooping, and that formed a bow hair, which showed the deep sadness you were dealing with and trying to cope with. Your eyes were like this, wide open, even in normal situations, because your system was hyperactivated. As I explained earlier, it was constantly scanning the environment for the possible threat against which it might have to fight. You might have to fight and protect yourself from. So now that you are out of that chaotic situation, that environment, you are not experiencing that sadness all the time. Perhaps you're processing it. Your eyes are not like this, widely open all the time. Your eyebrows are not this furrowed. Maybe you're relaxing them. That is what I experienced personally. So that relaxes the overall facial structure, which leads to a big change in how you look and how much glow up there is on your face. Reason number 5, your stress hormone levels have reduced now. But when you were with the narcissist, cortisol, adrenaline, and noradrenaline levels were really high, skyrocketing, and they were being released into your bloodstream all the time, changing your not only biochemistry but also physiology, because your heart was beating like this all the time, and then you were tense like this. Your hands were like this, always ready to fight, as I explained. Not only that, your dopamine levels, oxytocin levels, serotonin levels, and endorphins. These are good hormones. Just understand them like that. They were really low. So what did that lead to? Chronic stress and chronic consumption of energy to survive. Your body was never allowed to balance this mess of multiple hormones, and they always stayed high. The stress hormones and the good hormones stayed low. If that happens, when that happens, how would your body invest any energy in repairing your skin, repairing your body, healing it? Of course, the resources are allocated in such a way that the primary focus becomes the survival. And that is also the reason why you have so many health issues, digestive issues being the primary ones. The energy is taken from the core and spread out towards the extremities so that you can fight the threat properly and come out alive. Once you leave the narcissist, your body starts restoring the homeostasis because it has a miraculous capability to heal itself. All you have to do is give it the right resources and keep it in the right state, psychologically speaking, and it will do the job. I have experienced it, and this is the core philosophy behind all the trauma healing modality. The more the balance there is between all the systems running your body, the better you are going to look. That is a positive impact of the deep healing. Which makes me really want to say, let the healing begin from deep within. That is the new slogan. With that, let's bring this episode to an end. Thank you so much for tuning in. I look forward to talking to you in the next one. Until then, as always, let the healing begin and continue.